within CDM.
We have been working with these farmers for so long. We wanted to do something extra for them. This project, which basically Veda brought to us, perfect for us in this terms. These resource poor farmers could benefit from global mechanisms such as the carbon trading mechanism under the Kyoto Protocol. We had a number of sessions with Veda Max, and finally they convinced us that this is going to be good for the farmers as well as the company on a whole, because this was the future. This project was planned to be implemented in 3 districts of Orissa, namely Rayagada, Kalahandi and Koraput districts, and 3 districts of Andhra Pradesh, namely Srikakulam, Vizianagaram and Visakhapatnam. Farmers in these areas are mostly belonging to the small and marginal communities. They have very, very small land holdings. That is why what we wanted to do is basically we wanted to have agroforestry models, wherein the farmers could take up plantations of eucalyptus, of subabul, of casuarina, as well as take up some kind of intercropping in terms of vegetables or cash crops such as cotton or even subsistence farming. That is where we wanted to create a niche for the project. But finally, considering the stringent documentation that was associated with this project, we could associate about 1,600 farmers in this project and covering about 1,650 hectares of land in these 6 districts, 3 in Orissa and 3 in Andhra Pradesh.
ये प्रोजेक्ट कौन आया
4 ରୁ 2034 पर्यंत परिचालित हम एथिरे सामिल हवा द्वारा आमको कौन कौन लाभ मिले से विषय टी आलोचना करवा यह कौन जे आम गछ लगे गछ काटिक बिकवा सेटा तो आम पैसा पाइबा ता सहित वर्ल्ड बैंक तरफ CDM प्रोजेक्ट रू आम किसी उत्साहित प्रोत्साहन राशि पाइबा
प्रोजेक्ट केते वर्ष चलवा आगे
यही प्रकल्प रे आमको जदि भाग नेबा को हबो ताहाले हमर वोटर आई कार्ड रेशन कार्ड एवं फोटो हमर जमीर पट्टार नकल सहित चुक्तिनामा पत्र रे साइन करिकि आमे देले एथरे आमे भागीदार हेई परिबा
एतर केते लाभ मिलबैगा क्लेम लाभ हम दर कुछ सर
एवं एही प्रोजेक्ट 2004 में
The process of calculating carbon credits is cumbersome. It is based on certified emission reduction and verified emissions reduction.
CER stands for Certified Emission Reductions. Now, in this particular project case, we have quantified the project that it would develop close to 80,000 years 5-year period, and that has been undertaken. And in fact, in the first value verification that we have undertaken, we have generated close to 79,811 CERs. Now the certified emission reductions, or as it specifies, that it would be procured by the developed countries. It is a mandatory obligation for the developed countries to procure this credits to offset their carbon footprint. A verified emission reduction, or a VER, is applicable for any corporates who want to offset their carbon footprint as part of the green initiatives or under the CSR or corporate social responsibility. Even as an example, if you have booked a flight ticket where you can offset your carbon emissions, this can be sourced under the VER or the verified emission reduction process.
From the sample plots, we are collecting the data of the trees, which is the growth data, which is the height and the girth. And from that we are calculating the biomass from the data, and after the biomass, that 50% conversion is the carbon, and when we multiply that into 44 by 12, that comes into the CERs. For 1 acre of plantation, a farmer spends something around 20,000 rupees and he earns around 1 lakh rupees after 4 to 5 years. Apart from that, he can earn some carbon revenue in addition to the wood price.
We have verified the project in 2011 and we have generated 79,811 carbon credits, which have been sold to the biocarbon fund to be distributed or attributed among the various developed countries. So the revenue that has been received on behalf of the sale of these credits has been distributed to all the farmers. Close to 1590 farmers have been distributed the revenue.
ये हूँ आमर प्रथम फार्मर जी कि ये गाँव में गोटे आदिवासी गाँव में प्रथम आम नीलगिरी प्लांटेशन नहीं करते से तो 2007 मसीह आम प्लांटेशन आरंभ करूँ जे कि आम आज को ए गाँव को मॉडल गाँव आदर्श ग्राम हिसाब से नहींचु ये जे ए गाँव में आंकरी नीलगिरी प्लांटेशन देखी बहुत लोक आगू आसछन्ति जो जमी नीलगिरी करने कारण तांकर जो पड़िया पतित जमी किसी हो नथिला चाष अन्य चाष जोटा कि से नीलगिरी चाष करके बर्तमान निजर लाभवान करने सहित निजको आर्थिक अवस्था सुधरी
मुझे आगे चाष करी लाभ हो नथिला आगे मैंने नीलगिरी गच लगे टिके लाभवान हम बोल कहला मुई 2 एकर गच नीलगिरी गच लगे से गच 2007 रे लगे 9 रे काटली 2 लाख टंका पाइली आउ से टंकाटा टिके मिशनी घर बन मिशनी चलैली
जहाँ फसल चाष करते अधा कर से करा होतिले माड वर्षा हो जाउतिले फसल चाष माड कर दउतिला तापर नीलगिरी चाष रु आज्ञा आसिक जेके पेपर मिल आसिक आज्ञा मन कहला नीलगिरी चाष आपन टिके करंतु बोल करे तापर आम नीलगिरी चाष 2004 रे लगैतिले अधा कर 70,000 टंका पाइली सीढ़े मोर 1400 चेक देइतिला तापर से 70 आउ नेक्स्ट काटली से 2004 मसीहार 2 थर काटली बे से टंका पाइलारू गोर टिके चात पकई देली
माता दो बढ़ते उजड़ी इम्बेरीते दादा रे जाई बड़ा इम्बेरीते सो साले बेरी चलिया इम्बेर ताई माता दो बढ़ते उजड़ी इम्बेरीते दादा रे जाई बड़ा इम्बेरीते सो साले बेरी चलिया इम्बेर.
This mill has started about more than 50 years back. That time production capacity was about 18,000 tons per annum. But now we have reached up to 2,92,000 tons per annum, and our raw material requirement is about 8 lakhs tons per annum. Out of 8 lakhs tons per annum, about 20% of raw material we are procuring from the local area, and balance we are procuring from the outside, and even some raw material we are importing also. Now come to the CDM project. This is a very unique project which JK Paper Mill has started in 2004, and it has been given permission up to 30 years, up to 2004, 2007 when it has been done, it has certified, people have verified in 2011, and money which we have received from the CDM in 2012, that also we have distributed to all the farmers. This is a unique thing. First, they are paying the same money which they are giving to other farmers, and apart from that, is extra money also which they received from the CDM project has been distributed to them. This project is helping to the farmers, those who are having very poor farmers, not having much land with them, to develop and make them as a self-sustained basis, do their employment generation is also there, and their earning also is increased.
There has been a drop in the market, a disturbance in the marketplace, wherein the carbon markets have collapsed from the highs of around 13 euros per credit to a lows of less than $1 as of now. That is the past. We have, as we can say, we have bottomed out, and we are on an increasing path or a growth path. Especially because recently there was a conference in September in New York where all the global leaders have got together and identified that we need to act on climate change. And it is expected that we'll have an agreement that would be signed in the year 2015 in Paris under the COP or Convention of Parties, which would be implemented from the year 2020. So the future looks bright when it comes to the carbon markets.
berisaliya imbe tai mata do barte odre imbe rite dadale jai bonda imbe rite so saliya berisaliya imbe tai mata do barte odre imbe rite dadale jai bonda imbe rite so saliya berisaliya imba eri tai mata do barte odre imbe rite dadale